Free Britney. I am here with the host of the Britney Graham podcast. This is Barbara Gray and Tess Barker. They did not create this event, but the podcast has certainly been a lightning rod for social media. I've seen all of the pink posts across Twitter and Instagram. Barbara, I'm curious if you could tell me what are we doing here today?
We're here trying to basically expose the Free Britney movement and let everyone know that there's something severely going on. She's been in a conservatorship for over 10 years that we don't believe she should be in any longer. So we'd like to just spread awareness about it.
Okay, so we're trying to spread awareness about this conservatorship that we feel like has been going on too long. Tess, what sort of proof do we have that it's time for this conservatorship to end? What is our proof?
You know, there's substantial evidence, there's public record on file that Britney Spears herself has made attempts to extricate herself from this conservatorship. She made a very compelling case that her civil rights were being violated at that time. And at that time, a judge ordered that she did not have the capacity to hire her own attorney. And that's why she was denied that motion.
Well, what do we say to people in the medical community and otherwise who say, well, this is part of her treatment, that this is where she needs to be and that she's not capable of making these decisions right now? What do we say to those people who don't think the same things you do?
Conservatorships are generally meant for people who are very infirm. They might be in comas. It's a very, very serious thing to put somebody under. So we just kind of believe that through the proof of her work through the past X number of years, that she has proven herself that she is capable of being her own person. We can't speak exactly to her mental health, but we can speak to what we've seen as fans and as the public and what she's able to do. And it's obvious that she shouldn't be under that amount of control. And also, if you have some kind of mental illness and you're under that amount of control, how much does that mess with you? Does that actually help? Because we doubt that it does.
Tess, I have to ask you the difficult question. What do you hope happens after today? After the protest here is over, maybe Britney's watching, maybe she's not, but what do you hope happens today? What could we possibly do moving forward?
Well, I certainly hope that given the amount of very suspect issues at hand there, that there's some kind of an independent investigation done into the circumstances under which this woman has lost autonomy over her finances and her personal life. And I also certainly hope that any individual who has any kind of an actual connection to the woman Britney Spears will be brave enough to speak out about what has actually been going on for over a decade. And if I may add, any individual who feels that it's appropriate for Britney Spears to be in this situation, any individual who feels that Britney Spears does not have the wherewithal to do things like use a phone without permission or drive a car without permission, I would really wonder why they feel it's appropriate for her to be touring the world for the last 3 years and to have put out 3 huge albums and to have had a very successful Vegas residency.
Sure, that's obviously a lot of response here for that. That's something that, hopefully herself or someone in the medical community who's very familiar with her case hopefully could explain. Guys, we have a very large group back here. They're very passionate. Barbara, if you could say one thing to Britney Spears right now, what would you say?
I would say we love you and we believe you.
We love you, baby.
Thank you very much. We earlier in the segment we were talking with I've just gone up on his name, Dr. Where are my notes here? Dr. Samuels, and we're talking to Dr. Howard Samuels, and we're going to leave you with his final clip.